All right, so without Connor interjecting anything, I'm gonna go ahead and shut up, dude. so, so we're gonna start this for real now, and to point out to you guys, there is a folder that we haven't really talked about yet on the server called the resources folder. So usually, I'm going forward, I try and give you guys files on Classroom. But because there's so many of these files, it's much easier for me to just put them on this animation resources folder. Inside there's a folder called Face Pics. There are pictures from years, and I used to be way heavier. It is true. From years ago. And so that you can see there's many varieties. The pictures that I took in April are here, and then also pictures that I took today. So you have a lot of variety. Also pictures from 2017. These are the rough ones. That mustache was a mood. I think these are the heinous ones. This is cursed as hell. Okay, so there, as you can see, there is a plethora of unfortunate looking photos of me for you to use. So I am going to take this picture as my baseline, copy that image, make a new document in Photoshop. Blam. Okay, and I'm gonna just sort through these and find something that's gonna work. I'm gonna focus in on the newest ones. I don't want to use the mustache ones, but that was a time. Let me see.
I don't know. Check if they're running beds.
I think I have one with. Alright, I'll go with this one. So I'm going to open this one up in Photoshop. And all I'm going to do to make it easy on me, take the oval marquee, blam, move tool, over into my Alex Jones doc. This is fine, you can just hit OK, and there you go. So now I'm just going to free transform, Command T. I'm going to hold Alt and Shift so that it's scaling in proportion and towards my center. And just make it a little smaller. So let's see here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, from down here in my layers panel, where the layer opacity is, you can scale that down so that I can see through this layer. And I'm just going to zoom in here. Oh, one too many. And so I'm going to want to do a few things. One, I'm going to get my nose lined up with his. And then I'll go ahead and Shift and Alt again. And so I'm trying to align the nose and eyes as best I can because the mouth is not going to fit. His mouth is larger than mine. In more ways than one. Alright, so now I'm just going to add a empty mask to my face layer. Grab black. I have a soft brush. And we're just going to blend that out. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to, get some gray into my beard.
Oh, man. Oh, no. People wonder what God looks like.
Alright, So,
That's a later assignment.
all right. I think I gotta rotate my face a little bit more so that I.
Alex Jones' twin.
All right. So. All right. So let me just tweak my mask a little bit more. So blend out my forehead. A little bit more of my beard.
Make sure your colors are black and white. Yeah.
All right, so, whoops. Brush. Black.
Make sure your sock is.
All right, so I got his wonderful wrinkles, his gray beard, and all of that good stuff. So now what I'm going to focus on, getting the red in my face to sort of match what we have underneath. So we're going to add first a HuSat, and we're going to clip that to me because I only want it to affect me. I'm going to switch my channel down to the reds channel because I only want to affect the reds in my face. And I'm going to push it to the right a little bit. That's going to push it more towards yellow. So one thing that's important to note about this, folks, I'm moving my red colors 5 degrees to the right, which looking at this is not a perfect representation of what's going on here. So I'm moving this from red here towards the orange yellow, and that's what's happening when I do this +5. So just a little bit more yellows or oranges and yellows. I can also turn my saturation down just a smidge so that it's less saturated. So that's before, after. I can also increase my lightness or my darkness. So if I want to darken this down a bit, I think I'll oversaturate a little bit actually. And just turn, there we go. So that's before and after, and then before and after, and then, so I have this going. Go ahead and add a levels. I'll clip that on too. I'm gonna move my white tab a little farther over, so that's gonna mean I get more white tones in here. Move my dark tab a little to the right. It's gonna darken things up a little bit. And then I'm going to move my middle gray tab closer to my black tab, and that's going to mean that I have slightly more lighter tones than I did before. Now I'm going to flip back to my HuSat because I think it's a little bit, go back to my yellows. So that's the area that I'm affecting right now just with my saturation. So I'm going to tone down my yellow saturation a little bit. And I'm going to check my red saturation a little bit. I think it is a touch too high. There we go. Yeah, just dial it down a touch. Okay. So before, after, and then one final thing, I'm going to add a new layer. Name this Burn and Dodge. We're going to clip that on, edit, fill, 50% gray.
I don't know how to log out of this.
It's down in the Windows menu. There's the logout. And okay, so I have this clipped on. It's filled with 50% gray. Overlay. And so what I'm gonna do, take my burn tool, make it a little smaller, add some darkness underneath my, whoops, that's too much, underneath my eyebrows, and I'm gonna accentuate my creases so that I can match with his spectacular corpulence. And let's see, What else? Think. I'm gonna go back to my levels, turn my output levels down a little bit. I think I'm gonna do this. There we go. Yeah, okay. So I burned underneath the eyes, and now, you know what? I'll burn this too, so that I have really sunken eye sockets, so I look like a literal vampire potbelly goblin. And let's see, I'll put some highlights on the top of my eyebrows here, so that they are getting some light cast down on them.
When's the makeup tutorial?
And soon on my Twitch channel, like, comment, and subscribe.
Don't forget to like, comment.
Okay, so a little bit of burn and dodge, just to accentuate my shadows and my highlights a little bit. And now we got before, after.
When you eat a Snickers.
Okay, so
Chris Jones isn't real. He can't hurt you.
I'll name that Chris Jones in your honor.
You have committed a crime against the Capitol.
Alright, so that's one. I'm gonna do another one. Requests. Requests for me to go on someone.
Patrick, duh.
Who'd you, what?
Oh, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Alright.
James from Team Rocket. What about James from Team Rocket?
Oh, he's like shirtless. Like, you know, like the super rich one?
Jesus Christ.
Do I have any of these that are in a
Like, you know, like the
relatively
Baywatch- like the
decent
Baywatch one?
proportion?
I'm good.
Do I want to do? Is this the picture I want to do?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Oh God. You have committed an atrocity.
All right. Cool. So, Command N. All right. Blap. Got that dropped in. Let's go grab another picture.
Oh yes.
Oh, there we go. I think I have a straight on smiling picture.
It's not smiling.
These are photos from this year, right?
I took Cole and I took them outside like a few minutes ago.
A few minutes ago.
Yeah, they were toward the end.
I guess that is the best one that I did.
Yes.
Actually, I think that picture. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to use this picture instead. It more accurately grabs it. Okay. Same thing. Use the oval marquee. Just grab my face. Move tool. Drag it on over into my new document. And whoops. What I'm going to do, same thing, just scale it down. I'm holding Shift and Alt, so I'm scaling towards the center and in proportion. And I'm just going to get it relatively small. Okay, cool. So same thing I did last time. I'm going to turn my layer opacity down so that I can see through it. And let me see, I need to get my nose lined up there. Free transform. Pretty much.
Hey, it's that guy from Moana.
Alright, cool. So that looks relatively decent. So same thing, empty mask. I'm gonna take black. And oops, my brush is way bigger than my screen. Brush. Oh, caps lock is on, that's why. Okay, there we go. think my face is a little...
Just leave it. It is a little big.
Indeed, question mark.
I make my face a little smaller. Okay. Whoops. All right, so let's do the next step, which is gonna add my HuSat. Clip this on, create a clipping mask. Same thing, go to my reds, this one. All right, push it to my oranges. Knock down this opacity, or the saturation, excuse me. Make it a little... I make it brighter and more saturated? No. So you gotta play with these sometimes. Okay, the reds should be less saturated, I think, and darker. Move to my yellows. Let's see. What am I doing with my yellows? All right, before, after. I think I still need to play with this a little bit. Oh well, whatever. Let me go back to my mask so that I can take out a little bit more of my forehead here. Alright, there we go. Really want to get this right. Alright, we'll call it good for now. Alright, so levels, clip it, and basically I'm gonna just add some extra white into my skin. Not too much though. I'm gonna push my middle grays closer to my black somewhat, and that's going to lighten up some extra tones there in the middle. But I think I added too much white, so let's pull it back this way. No? It's my middle grays I think I need to play with. So bring in a little bit more black. Alright, cool. Alright, and finally, burn dodge. Clip it on. Oh, boo. Okay, whatever. Blam. Overlay. mind, so let's grab dodge. Nope. See if I do that and put this down there. Not okay. Let's see, what do I need to burn? Let me take this off. This picture needs to get more lighter. Oh, also I missed part of my mask down here. Let's see. Mask. There we go. All right, there it is. International icon, Chris "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh God. Oh God. That hurt.
Where's your God now?
All right, well, since I'll do one more. I'm gonna do Jason Statham this time.
Isn't that guy from? Yep. Him.
You're doing God's work.
I'm just. I'm just putting on Maui. Well, don't tell me Maui's animated. I wish you were real. Come on, where's your house? Right on the top of yours. I feel like been paying attention. Me?
Oh, I should have done this and just put my face on both of these guys. All right, bonus round.
Yeah, I'm gonna read this tomorrow too, right?
Yeah, tomorrow and Friday.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's find the right picture for the occasion. Oh, that's perfect. Let's see, what does his face look like? Oh, hell yeah.
There you go, Fawn. You got yourself something in the diving board. Wait, it's a helpful. Cool, where are you getting your food from?
No. Yeah. Oh,
You see, from me. Oh. That's right.
I don't have tissue, but there's paper towels over there, or if you want to hit the bathroom, you can grab some.
200 for us.
Here, hold on.
Well,
Well, you do it.
okay, yes.
All right, so we got this for him.
Why do you keep listening to Niall?
This is literally your fault.
That's your fault, Sebastian.
This is literally his fault.
That one. The one where you're in mid blink.
Yeah, perfect. That'll be a good one. Both looking down. Why are you doing this to me? It's the one I already have open.
I'm going to another board. It's okay. Oh, I'm going.
I don't think either of these are useful to me. The lighting on those are terrible.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh.
Maybe? Well, these pictures suck. Also, I look heinous in them. Alright, I'll bring that one in too. Alright, let's figure it out. So I'll take this one, bring it on over. Okay. Whoa. Whoa! Alright, free transform.
Back is black. Starts blaring.
You got it. Yeah.
Now you understand.
Yeah, I'll use that one for. I'll use this for Jason Stratham, and then this one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. Turn the opacity down. Line the eyes up.
I thought you were about to fall in the
I'm just gonna leave that unlit, I guess.
Yeah. This man is the man.
I think he might have died.
How?
All you have to do is walk back.
Dude, just walk past it.
Sebastian could be worse. Someone could have stolen all your diamond stuff.
Oh yeah, huh.
Reaper.
Aw, man.
Oh, that's getting real bad. No, it's fine.
Beat your side. Down to bedrock. Go you.
He's like, oh, he's just everywhere. Oh, man. It looks your face is melting.
Oh! I didn't realize what you were talking about. It looks like Gigamon from Borderlands 3. Hold up a second. I'm sorry, Mr. Mon. I gotta do it to you. He looks like Megamon.
You're not wrong. All right. I don't have to take this shit from you guys.
There you go.
I was about to say, Mr. Mon, I'm sorry, but it had to come to this.
Okay, now it's good. Now it's good.
Maybe make your face a little smaller.
It's Italian and Fast and Furious.
Bring Shakespeare's below doors.
Hanging off the side of a car.
No, they're just like below.
What, you want me to leave the mustache?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what?
Hey, listen, I'm just teaching you how to be an epic gamer.
Oh.
No, you gotta do.
I've been playing Minecraft since I was
Yeah, but it's really.
Since you couldn't think.
Yeah, exactly. See, I'm playing Minecraft. It's just an internal.
Matt, where was that?
Go to the left.
Like this way?
I just need
I require
Okay, let's see here.
Let's put an eye patch on you too.
Put you on John Cena.
I need Christina. Christina versus Chris the Rock. Did you put it on XX?
Did you put the dog filter on me?
Yeah. Where's the bathwater? We have
Miss Mars, you still have your Mars the Hedgehog saved on there?
Oh. I don't know if I do. Let me look. Oh, yep.
Yes.
Mr. Meyer, you've done an atrocity with my low quality.
This is what the redesign looks like, right? This is the redesign. Now time.
No, you don't understand. This was live. He made this live.
I know, I watched him make that.
Every day we stray further from God's light.
We never were in God's light.
Let's see here.
Mr. Meyer, you've taught us the ways to betray God's teaching.
I think I messed up my mask over here.
So this is the second coming, right? Right?
Mr. Meyer is God. See if we can reduce the
There we go. Okay. That's a thing. Alright.
doing God's work.
You're welcome, really.
Oh, whoops. Alright.
Oh.
Hold the positioning of your mouth. See? You've done the hollow brain, right? The hollow head? Like the...
Yeah. What about it?
How people not know that?
I really don't want to know what you're talking about.
Oh, it finally turned on.
Yo, dude, don't, yeah, this is I need them to right. Bad boys. That's the point. They gotta stay in there. They can't. I'm not trying zombies to beat their asses. Okay, cool. Don't take all of them. Let them sleep, dude.
You set the blending mode to overlay. Can you give this to Lorena, please? At the far end of your table.
Also, does the Cats movie stuff count as animated or real? Because it's kind of in between.
You can count it as real. You can count it as real. Oops.
I don't have any iron. I think stream for 2 days. You should just log on, create it for yourself, just watch everyone.
I should.
Don't give that to Niall.
Of course, don't give it now.
Niall spawns the
Giving
dragon.
any creative mode to now just like makes everybody sad.
It just makes everybody sad. Just master.
See what happened on like cross country server, dude? Jesus Christ.
What you do, Niall? Server.
Now feels like we don't talk
For the nation. For the Fire Nation. I want to say it's this one. Oh, wait, just look at the course. How many figures went out? Oh no! I slipped my finger. I disconnected. Oh no! Oh no! That was. I guess I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna back. It was like an hour or something.
What are you working on?
I'm not gonna end up back to the house. Oh no! Oh, do you saw the face swap? What's the face swap? The actual project? Yeah. But it's a cool project. Are you in a group with Kyle? No. Of course not. You think I'm a killer? Yeah. So bad. I got a 12 point. Yeah, he also got a 12 point. I like you gotta put your defense around it, dude. Watch out, watch out. Be careful, dude. Plus there's just more. You have the copy recipe. That's not how you make an apple.
Whoa. I like this. Oh shit. I like the
Go, go, go. Go for your life. Wait, no. You're actually gonna go quick. Don't stop when you're going. Yeah, I'm actually like, you're actually gonna look close. Right now. Because you're so close. You're like 500 away. I'm right up here. He's 500 away.
Oh, are you in?
No, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it. He's walking out.
I don't think you're at the village now, man.
He's out. No, he is. No, trust me.
No, there's not a no. That's it.
No, he is.
That's not the same village.
Oh, he is.
No, because I would have stolen that bed.
Yes, you would have.
Check to see if there's any beds. If there aren't, then
Okay, that is that's so this is before
oh shit. Yeah, no. Yeah, I remember going to your house.
international movie star Chris Meyer. Okay. So you guys need to do 2 face swaps that use my face onto someone else, and then 2 face swaps of whatever you want onto whatever you want. My only ask is that you use that if you use like an anime character or a game character, you only do one of those kind of swaps once, because they tend to be much easier to do, because like, you know, anime characters don't have a lot of deep shading, so it's usually like just blend out the skin tone. So that's your, so, you know, pick a movie star, pick whatever, an artist, musician, whatever, but 2 with me, 2 of whatever you want, the end.
Yeah, it's my turn in the Xbox. Also,